Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to use Procreate. I'm going to draw a Starbucks Frappuccino as I explain how to use Procreate tools. This time, I'm going to be using the blur tool a lot. It's really useful for drawing the marble pattern of the Frappuccino, so I'll be focusing on that. It will be a long video, so I have timestamps in the description box of the video, so you can just skip to important points if you're short on time. Alright, let's begin! Tap the plus button and open the canvas via screen size. This time we are going to trace a Frappuccino photo. Use split view on the right to drag and drop an image. You can adjust the Frappuccino image as you wish. We are going to draw a line draft on the bottom, so make the photo transparent. Tap the screen to display the bar and make adjustments. Duplicate a photo and keep it on the upper left. You will need it later for color references. Then, clean up the unnecessary parts using the eraser. This is all preparation you need to do. We are going to add more layers later, but lock the photo layer for now. Swipe left to lock. Choose the pencil and trace using black. We are going to color it in later, so don't worry too much about small details. If you want to draw straight lines, hold the line to display the straight line. We are going to add color layers later, so move the outline layer to the top. Then, we are going to add pink colors underneath that. Regarding the brush that I use, I often use a hard or rather hard airbrush that can be found in the brush folder. So first, use the outline and draw within the outline. Long tap and drag and drop from the color sphere on the top to color the inner region. I will do it again, but there are some white areas, as you can see, that aren't colored in. This happens from a lack of tolerance, so when you drag and drop, swipe left and right to tell the app how much to color in. So the more you swipe right, the more tolerance. When it's 100%, the entire canvas will be colored in. Next, we are going to color the whipped cream. Use the eyedrop tool to extract the color from the photo and use that for the base color after making adjustments. Alright, once you're done with the base colors, add layers and use different colors. I usually begin with darker colors. When you clip the mask here, you won't go beyond the edges, so when you paint over, turn it on. When you're coloring for the first time, it's okay if it's rough. You'll adjust it later, so try out different brushes. Change the colors as you go too. When you're done to a certain extent, we are going to use the blur tool. It's on the top bar. The finger mark is the blur tool. Tracing using the blur tool will make it blur really nicely. So adjust the pressure as you blur the colors. Next, we are going to color in the Starbucks logo. When you draw an oval shape, hold it to get a nice shape. It's a new update, but it's really convenient. Hold a circle like this to make a seamless shape. After coloring it in, if you want to adjust the shape, tap the arrow icon and tap Warp. Adjusting the warp will let you create the ideal shape. Next, we are going to make a white marble pattern, so I'm going to fast forward from here. After you've finished to a certain extent, we are going to use a pointed pen tool to make the details on the edges to increase the completeness. Trace the white highlights and blur them. Repeat the tracing and blurring. There is a lot of colors here, but I'm dividing the colors by layers. That way I can adjust the colors and shapes later. If I put in one layer, I won't be able to change it later, so I think it's better to divide them by layers. I'm going to color in the dark areas now. I honestly just color in roughly and blur it later. There's no need to be held down by the picture, so blur and paint as you wish. For the edges of the cup, make it detailed to make it look nicer. You can be rough on the marble areas, but if you add details to the highlighted areas, it will look nicer. Once you've done this, you're almost done. Last is the label. Drawing the label can be a hassle, so let me show you a secret tip. Duplicate a photo layer by swiping left and make the opacity 100%. Once you do that, drag it on top of the green layer, just like this. Adjust the positioning and size. Tap the layer and mask clipping. Now, only the logo remains on that layer. That way, I don't have to draw. It's like copying the picture. If you can paint, you can trace it, but if you don't have time, you can use this tip. Finally, add a layer on the top and change the blend mode to overlay. We are going to use white and black to make highlights and shadows throughout. Looking at the picture, you'll notice that the left side is bright. The center to the right is darker, so we are going to reflect that. Painting it black will add shadows like this. Using white will make the bright areas lighter. Then you're finished. Alright, that's it for today. Today we painted a Starbucks Frappuccino. I'll make more Procreate videos later. And if you have questions on Procreate, leave a comment down below and I'll respond. Thank you for watching. Bye bye!